showing you guys the 10 super easy vegetables to grow at home in containers. All of these guys you can do with things you already have around the house. My first tip is to use any containers that you can. I've used watering cans, old tires, styrofoam coolers, free or cheap planters from garage sales, yard sales, dumpster diving. I've also used totes and 5-gallon buckets. So don't worry about being really careful with your containers, just anything that will hold soil and you can drill a drainage hole in. Even burlap sacks would be great to plant your vegetables and herbs in. Number 1, tomatoes. Of course, everybody loves tomatoes. They're super easy. You do want to get the determinate variety because those do not vine very big. So they stay compact and they're much better for container gardens. But of course you can get cherry tomatoes and regular tomatoes. All of those will work well for your containers. Number 2 is radishes. Now, when I plant my tomatoes in my buckets, I plant radishes around the edge because the radishes grow in 30 to 45 days. And they will grow around the edges before the tomatoes are too mature to choke them out. So I plant radishes in little holes wherever I have in the garden. They're a spring crop, so they do best when it's cool in the spring and in the fall. Radishes grow super quick though. In 30 to 45 days, you can be eating radishes. Lettuce. Everybody loves lettuce. Lettuce is easy to grow. You can plant it all kinds of places, but the main thing is lettuce, again, does not like heat like radishes. So a lot of people plant radishes and lettuce together because they grow so well in the cool temperatures. But you're not going to be growing lettuce in the middle of July. It's going to be a March, April, May, June, and then September, October crops for your garden. Number 3 is peppers. Everybody loves peppers. The only trick with peppers is that you have to start them pretty early. Check the instructions on the back of the seed packet. They will tell you how many weeks beforehand. Usually it's about 8 weeks before your last frost date. Just Google frost date so you know when the last frost date is in your area. But they are slow germinators. If it's been 2 weeks and your pepper plants haven't germinated yet, don't freak out. Sometimes it can take 3 or 4 weeks for them to come up. Number 5 is onions. Everybody loves onions. They are another crop that I plant in and around all of my things. That way I'm not wasting any gardening space and I can have onions whenever I want because I'm just filling in the little cracks and crevices with onions. You can get them in onion sets, which is the best way to grow them. You can grow them from seed, but onion sets is the best way to grow them. Gives you a head start. And you know that 95% of those sets will come up for sure. Carrots. Everybody loves carrots. They're super easy to grow as long as you have a loose soil. Now, if you have a rocky soil, you don't want to grow anything like carrots because the rocks and the pebbles keep the carrots from forming correctly. So you do want to make sure that you have a really loose soil that is not compacted and drains well. That's what carrots need. Cucumbers. Yes, you can grow cucumbers in containers, but you will need some support or you will need a place for them to be able to spread out on the ground. I've put my cucumbers on trellises. I've let them just spread out. Cucumbers do like the heat, so expect cucumbers in July and August when it starts heating up, and you do not want cucumbers to get too big. You want to pick them when they're a nice 5 to 6 inches. Don't let them get super big because then they start getting bitter. Spinach is another super easy, cool crop to grow. It grows best in the cool seasons. I usually plant my lettuce and spinach together and just cut them and put them all in my salad at once. Spinach seeds do take a little bit more time to germinate, so don't freak out if they don't come up right away. Give it just a little bit of time for the spinach to come up. Next is strawberries. Now this isn't a vegetable, it's a fruit, but oh my goodness, strawberry patch is so yummy to have when you can just go out and pick your own strawberries. We love strawberries and try to grow as many as possible. Strawberry starts, you can either get a runner off of a plant, or you can get starts from the grocery store. They come dormant and then you just plant them up and you are good to go. The next one is cilantro. Now, I love cilantro in all of our Mexican foods. Dining on a Dime cookbook, green chili, that is where I use my cilantro the most. We absolutely love tacos, green chili, all those recipes are in our Dining on a Dime cookbook. The thing with cilantro is you want to gently crack the shell and break the outer coating and then soak them for 12 hours and then they will germinate much quicker. You can just throw the seeds in there and they germinate just fine, but they will go quicker, and if you're needing a faster harvest, if you break the seeds, cilantro will bolt, so when you see the seeds, that's when the plant is finished and you will need to start a new crop. Cilantro does best if you plant every 2 weeks, and then you can keep a succession of cilantro coming all summer long. Please check out my 10 garden hacks to help you save money in the garden. Did you know that you can have free drip irrigation and compost for your garden? I tell you how to do it in that video. Visit us at livingonadime.com and we will see you guys next time.